Every year, when the world prepared for Christmas, the stars would gather high in the night sky for their grandest celebration of light. It was a time of dazzling displays of comets streaking like silver ribbons and constellations shimmering in their most brilliant forms. But among them all, there was one little star named Lumi. She was always the last to show her light. Lumi wasn't the brightest, nor was she the biggest. In fact, she was quite small, with a gentle, shy glow that often went unnoticed among her spectacular siblings. She loved watching the other stars, admiring how they could fill the darkness with such confidence and power. She dreamed of one day shining just as brightly, but a little whisper of doubt always held her back. This Christmas Eve was especially cold. A fierce winter storm had swept across the land, leaving everything blanketed in a thick layer of pristine snow. As Lumi finally found the courage to peek out, her gaze fell upon a tiny village nestled in a valley below. The scene was picturesque, with snow-capped roofs and frosted trees, but something was wrong. The streets were completely dark. The storm had blown out all the lanterns, plunging the village into a deep, unsettling blackness. Lumi could sense a feeling of worry rising from the small houses. Families were trying to make their way home. Children were peering out into the scary darkness, and the usual festive cheer was missing. A strange, warm flutter stirred in Lumi's core. It was a feeling she'd never experienced before, mix of empathy and a sudden, surprising urge to do something. "I want to help them," she whispered to the vast, empty space around her. The thought was both terrifying and exciting. How could a tiny, shy star like her make any difference? The other stars were so much more powerful. But looking down at the dark village, she knew she had to try. She closed her tiny star eyes for a moment, gathering all her courage and every speck of energy she possessed. She took a deep, celestial breath and pushed with all her might, focusing every bit of her inner light into a single, hopeful shimmer. At first, it was just a faint flicker, a tiny pinprick against the endless night. Lumi's light wavered, threatening to go out. She felt her hope begin to dim. But then she thought of the children in the village below, of the families trying to find their way through the dark. She pushed again, this time with a determination she didn't know she had. And then something magical happened. The flicker stabilized, it held steady, and then it began to grow. Slowly but surely, her light expanded, transforming from a shy glimmer into a warm, radiant beam. It grew brighter and brighter, until Lumi was glowing more brilliantly than she ever had before, casting a soft golden halo across the sky. Down below, inside a cozy little cottage, a child with rosy cheeks pressed her nose against a frosted window pane. Her eyes went wide. "Look," she gasped, tugging on her mother's sleeve. "A Christmas star." Soon other faces appeared in windows all over the village. People stepped out onto their porches, their faces filled with wonder as they looked up at the beautiful new star. Lumi's gentle light was not harsh or blinding. It was soft and kind, illuminating the snowy paths and making the icicles on the eaves sparkle like diamonds. Her warm glow guided families safely back to their homes, and a sense of peace settled over the entire village. The darkness no longer felt scary. It felt calm and magical. Later that night, after all the houses were filled with warmth and laughter, the other stars gathered around Lumi. They had watched in awe as she transformed. "How did you do it?" one of the biggest stars asked, his own powerful light seeming a little less important now. "We've never seen you shine so brightly, Lumi." No longer feeling small or shy, simply smiled. Her light pulsed with a quiet confidence. "I wasn't trying to be the biggest star," she said softly. "I was just a star that wanted to help." And for the rest of that magical night, the quiet village slept peacefully under Lumi's gentle glowworm.com and full of sweet Christmas dreams, all thanks to the little star who found her light by sharing it with others. Thanks for listening, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas.